Hello, Tunya back again. Well guys, it's Christmas Day and this is my 12th game of Christmas, and this is my pick for best game to play over Christmas. See, this is Metroid Prime. This is the original GameCube version. You can pick this up on the Wii U on the collection, but it is pretty expensive. But you can get it on the Wii Virtual Console, I think, and it's definitely on the Wii U Virtual Console you can pick up. Or pick yourself up a copy of this at some point. You can get it for about, I don't know, 20 quid maybe, something like that. But this game is amazing. I don't know, it may have gone up a little bit more from that, but what we'll do, we'll start a new game. I love the intro on this game as well, just like the bacteria. Basically, after they did Metroid for the SNES, there's a few other games, like Game Boy games, that came out, but Game Boy Advance games anyway. But they made a 3D. Retro Studios came along and they made a 3D version of Metroid, and they did an amazing job of it. The controls on this, I suppose, are a little bit old school now compared to most first-person shooters, because you haven't got two sticks. So you've got to hold up button combinations for the aiming and all that. But they got around it with like an auto-aim system. But this is a fantastic game. You could play it on the emulator as well. The Wii emulator makes this game look fantastic. Actually, I can make this game look better than they ever did on the GameCube. I say I'm running this through my FrameMeister, and I have upscaled it to 1080p, but I'm only recording at 720. So I want to record at 60 frames. Say if you love the Metroid games, you really do owe it to yourself to play this game at some point. There she is, there's Samus. Right, so basically you can look around in 3D. If you hold down that button, you can look up and down, do your sort of thing you need to do. Basically, you can target, you gotta shoot these things initially. I can't remember to do the lock on now. Hold L to lock. They got a lock-on system. You can jump in this game as well. As she plays through, you can turn into the morph ball. As she plays through the game, you get different abilities, and they all sort of come back. Cool thing about this game is the scanning. So if I do that. For this entire game, there's loads of things you can scan. You can scan all the enemies, you can scan all the computer terminals. You pretty much scan everything you can in the game. Like, see, that'll tell you something about it. And the way to get the best out of this game is to scan everything, because you get the entire story about the ancient Crozos and all things about this game. Let's have a look. Where is it? By scanning everything, so you get the entire story. If you don't scan it, you do miss out on the story a lot. But say, when I originally played through this game, I scanned everything, and I had a much better experience. It says it's a pretty long game as well. If your first playthrough with this will probably take you about 15-20 hours. What I do like about this is the almost seamless loading. So you can scan everything. I still think this game looks pretty cool today. Yeah, on the Wii there was a collection edition of this game, which put all 3 games, because there was 3 Metroid Prime games. They put all 3 Metroid Prime games on one disc. What if I can reverse my controls a second? Options, display, visor, controller. Reverse access, that's what I want. Still don't want to change that. I do like my reverse access and my Y access on my controller. Yeah, it is on. Strange. Yeah. Anyway. That's better. Anyway, yeah, so basically you can scan everything in this game. Here's one of the dead creatures. Oh. A dead space pirate. Yeah, so you start off basically on this wrecked ship. Where the space pirates are all dead, and then you end up going down onto the planet, and the planet is massive. It'll take you a long time to explore it. Plus you've got to lock a lot of other abilities to get down to that point, like. These are the map terminals. You jump in here and you get upgraded. Now you got a really cool 3D map of the entire area, which is well useful later on in the game when you start trying to figure out where to go. So they did another sequel to this actually on the actual GameCube, and then the third game then is on the Wii U. Oh, sorry, not the Wii U, the Wii. And that uses the waggle controls, but the collection pack on this uses the waggle controls. Which, apart from when you got to use your controls in and out to open doors, that doesn't particularly work too well. But the actual motion controls, they do actually work not bad actually. Once you get the hang of them, like. Little creatures in here. Space pirates. Like I said, with the scanning, you can find out where all these creatures are and stuff by scanning everything in this game. I gotta work out where to go now. Alright. I say, when you play this game, the controls are going to take a little bit to get used to. But they work well once you get the hang of them. I have to scan something here, I think. Space pirates. Let's see if I can get to the boss in a reasonable amount of time. So if you play this in the Wii emulator for a PC, if you've got a good enough PC, you can make this game look pretty stunning. Change the morph ball there. Looks lucky. Scan that. That's a save point, that is. You won't save it for now. Here's the boss. The first one, anyway. There's some mad speed runs on this game as well on Games Done Quick. You can have a look at them up on YouTube. Use my missiles on him. That's our thing dead.
Evacuate immediately. Evacuate.
Oh, I've got to get out here before everything blows up.
Evacuate immediately.
Can I make it? That's the question. Oh, more space pirates. Whoopee. Ignore the space pirates, I think. Come on. Ah, come on. Oh, can't do it. Get in here. Move quite fast through these tunnels in this ball. Can I make it out? Can I make out before this video gets too long? Come on. Quick, in it. That's it, I'm nearly out, I think. That's one of the main bad guys in this game. Ripley or Ridley, I can't remember which one it is it's called. Oh. The old swinging mechanics. That's cool, you can, if you're fast enough, you can scan all this stuff on the way out. Ooh. That hurt. Yeah, like a Metroid style, your suit gets powered down. And you end up with the basic suit, and now I've got to find all my abilities again now. I want to go that way. Come on, door, open up. I can't turn into the ball now either. There you go, guys, that's the first section of the game. It's not really much of a spoiler, to be honest, but... So if anyone didn't know, Samus is actually a girl. She's a sort of a lady hero in these games, which is pretty cool. Do love the Metroid games. And now you're on the planet. This is the... well, you crash on the planet essentially. This is the start of the game now, and this is like you got a whole planet to explore with lots of different monsters and bosses, and it's a really cool game. Which has got quite a unique look to it as well. I still think it looks cool. Well, it might look a bit old these days, but it still looks pretty cool. Say that when I bought this, I just couldn't stop playing it. I loved it. I just went all the way through it. And the other games are good as well, but I do think this is the best one. And there's the planet now. I do like how they got the water appearing on a mask. On the helmet, which is class. And basically you just got a whole planet to explore now and figure out where to go, what you can do, what you can't do. I say Retro Studios did put a hell of a lot of detail into this for the time it came out. Considering how old this game is, it's about 14 years old now. But anyway guys, that's Metroid Prime. That's definitely my pick for #1 game to play over Christmas if you've never played it, of course. It is a really cool sort of sci-fi adventure game, and if you love the Metroid games you would love this. It is class. So have a nice Christmas guys. Hope you Santa brings you something fantastic this morning. And hope you guys have a nice Christmas and don't get too drunk. And I'll catch you in the new year. So bye now.